The first true coins in human history emerged more than 2,600 years ago in the ancient kingdom of Lydia, located in what is now Western Turkey. Before coins existed, people relied on barter systems, exchanging goods such as grain, livestock, cloth, or metal objects. This method worked only when both parties wanted what the other offered, a problem economists call the double coincidence of wants. As trade expanded across regions and civilizations, merchants needed a more convenient and universally accepted medium of exchange. Precious metals such as gold, silver, and copper gradually became popular because they were durable, portable, and valuable. However, weighing and testing metal during every transaction was inconvenient. Around the 7th century BCE, the rulers of Lydia introduced standardized pieces of metal with official markings that guaranteed their weight and purity. These early coins were made from electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver. The royal stamp transformed a simple piece of metal into a trusted unit of value. This innovation revolutionized commerce because people no longer needed to weigh metal for every purchase. Historians generally regard these Lydian electrum pieces as the first widely recognized coins in the world, establishing the foundation for monetary systems that would later spread across continents and civilizations. The invention of coinage quickly spread beyond Lydia to neighboring civilizations, particularly ancient Greece. Greek city-states recognized the advantages of standardized money and began minting their own coins, often featuring images of gods, animals, rulers, or civic symbols. The famous Athenian silver tetradrach, bearing the owl of Athena, became one of the most trusted currencies of the ancient Mediterranean. Coins facilitated long-distance trade, taxation, military payments, and public administration. Soldiers could now be paid in portable money rather than goods, while governments could collect taxes more efficiently. Coin production also encouraged advances in metallurgy and minting technology. Craftsmen created engraved dies that stamped designs onto heated metal blanks, producing coins of consistent appearance and value. As Greek colonies expanded across the Mediterranean and Black Sea regions, their coinage systems traveled with them. The use of coins gradually became associated with political authority because only recognized governments or rulers could guarantee a coin's value. Thus, coinage was not merely an economic invention, it also became a symbol of sovereignty and state power. The success of Greek coinage demonstrated that standardized currency could support increasingly complex economies and interconnected trading networks. The next major stage in coin history occurred under the Roman Empire. The Romans developed one of the most influential monetary systems ever created. They minted coins in gold, silver, brass, and copper, allowing transactions at multiple levels of society. Roman coins often carried portraits of emperors, serving both economic and political purposes. Since coins circulated throughout the empire, they acted as miniature propaganda tools, spreading the ruler's image and achievements across vast territories. Roman roads, military expansion, and commercial networks enabled these coins to travel from Britain to the Middle East. The Roman denarius became one of the most recognized currencies of the ancient world. However, maintaining a stable currency proved challenging. During periods of financial strain, some emperors reduced the precious metal content of coins while keeping the same face value, a process known as debasement. This sometimes contributed to inflation and declining public trust. Nevertheless, Roman coinage established important principles of monetary administration, including centralized mint control, denomination systems, and widespread circulation. Many later European monetary traditions drew inspiration from Roman practices, making the empire a crucial link in the historical development.
After the decline of Rome, coinage evolved differently across various regions. In the Islamic world, the introduction of the gold dinar and silver dirham during the 7th century CE created highly respected currencies that facilitated trade from Spain to Central Asia. Meanwhile, in medieval Europe, kings and local rulers minted silver pennies and other denominations. Trade expansion during the Middle Ages increased demand for reliable money, leading to improvements in minting techniques and financial institutions. During this period, many currencies became associated with specific weights of precious metal. The word rupee, for example, ultimately derives from the Sanskrit term rupya, meaning wrought silver or silver coin. In the 16th century, the ruler Sher Shah Suri introduced a standardized silver rupee in the Indian subcontinent. This coin became highly influential and served as the ancestor of the modern rupee used in several South Asian countries. Across the world, merchants increasingly depended on coins because they were durable, divisible, and widely recognized. Coins became central not only to commerce, but also to cultural identity, often displaying religious symbols, royal portraits, and inscriptions that reflected the values and authority of the issuing state.
The transition from hand-struck coins to machine-produced coins marked another significant chapter in monetary history. For centuries, coins were made by manually striking metal blanks between engraved dies with hammers. Although effective, this process could produce irregular shapes and varying quality. Beginning in the 16th and 17th centuries, mechanical presses improved precision and consistency. Industrialization further transformed coin production. Steam-powered machinery enabled mints to produce large quantities of identical coins rapidly and efficiently. Governments also introduced features such as milled or reeded edges to prevent clipping, a practice in which people shaved small amounts of precious metal from coin edges. By the 19th century, many nations had established sophisticated national mints capable of producing highly standardized currency. Advances in metallurgy allowed the use of alloys that balanced durability and cost. As international trade expanded, governments sought stable monetary systems based on gold, silver, or combinations of both. Coins remained essential for everyday transactions, even as paper money became increasingly common. Their physical durability and public familiarity ensured that coins continued to play a vital role in economies around the world. Today, coins remain an important part of global financial systems, despite the rise of paper currency, credit cards, mobile payments, and digital banking. Modern coins are generally made from durable metal alloys rather than precious metals, and their value is usually based on government authority rather than the intrinsic worth of their metal content. Yet the basic concept remains remarkably similar to that introduced in ancient Lydia more than 2.5 millennia ago, a standardized piece of metal carrying an official guarantee of value. Modern mints employ advanced technologies, including computerized engraving, automated quality control, and sophisticated anti-counterfeiting measures. Coins also serve cultural and commemorative purposes, celebrating national achievements, historical figures, and important events. From the first electrum pieces stamped by Lydian rulers to the rupees, dollars, euros, yen, and countless other currencies used today, the history of coinage reflects humanity's ongoing effort to create trust, facilitate exchange, and support economic growth.